So I'm always trying to find ways to improve my life through better use of my time. And recently I discovered that I almost spend around 4.5 hours on my phone each day, which is not ideal. And when I dig deeper, I realized that most of those times are spent scrolling on social media. There must be a way to eliminate those times and to spend it more intentionally to help me improve my life. So here are 28 things to do instead of mindlessly scrolling on your phone. One way to eliminate bad habits and to promote good habits is to add friction to doing bad habits and to eliminate friction from doing the good habits. One easy way you can do that is to remove apps like Instagram or Snapchat from your home screen, and to add the apps that you want to use, for example, the Books app or maybe a Kindle app, to your home screen. Add a screen time widget to your home screen. So unless you intentionally click into the screen time or you set up a notification for your screen time, you won't really be aware of how much time you're spending on your phone. One good way to do that is actually to add a widget of screen time onto your homepage. So whenever you're scrolling past it, you will be aware of how much time you're actually spending on your phone. Read an article from a blog to learn something. There are a vast amount of very high quality blogs out there. You can just do a quick Google on something you're interested in. You can Google something like best blog on X, Y, or Z, and you'll find a ton that you really resonate with. Start an online course. Platforms like Skillshare are doing a lot of free trials, and I've been using them myself, and I realized that you can learn a lot of practical skills on platforms like these. So definitely go check them out. Read an article from the Financial Times or Economist to know what's happening around you. I think these two newspapers are really good in terms of writing stuff in a business or economic perspective. So if you're interested in that, definitely check them out. Sign up and read some quality newsletters. So newsletters, again, have become quite popular recently. Instead of letting the algorithm decide what you want to see on places like Instagram or YouTube, signing up to a newspaper that get directly sent to your email means that you will never miss what a creator or an author has to say. So personally, I signed up to a few as well, and if you want to get started, James Clear has one, Tim Ferriss has one, Ali Abdaal also has one that I really liked. Listen to a podcast, so you don't always have to be reading, watching something. You can also be listening to something, and listening to a podcast is something that I really enjoy. You can just put in your headphones, sit back and relax. Listen to an audiobook, so similar to a podcast, but instead of listening to people talking about something, you can listen to a book, which sometimes might actually be better than reading. And coming next, of course, is reading. So instead of listening to an audiobook, you can also read, like I said, vice versa. So I don't think there's any more to say here. Reading has so many benefits, and if you haven't started doing that, I highly recommend you to do so. Record something and post it online. So instead of being a consumer, start being a creator and start documenting your life. Making a video about it, like what I'm doing right now, is a good way to start. Write an article or a blog post. If you don't want to make videos and don't want to be in camera like this, you can also be writing, which for some might be easier. So you can just write something and post it on a blog website. I make a video about starting a blog, so you can check that out. Send a text to an old friend. And a lot of the times, good friendships fades away because neither side are willing to put in the effort. So maybe instead of scrolling on your phone, get your phone out, scroll down to the bottom of your whatever chat platform you use and text an old friend. Think of a joke and write them down. So you know, whenever you're in those awkward social situations, if you have a joke in hand, then it might be handy. Deep journaling. So I talked about deep journaling in this video. It's something that I personally do a lot, and I find that it gives me a lot of mental clarity. So if you don't know what it is, you can check that video out. Gratitude journaling. So again, I do this every morning. You can do it instead of scrolling on your phone. It's really easy. You think of 3 things that you're grateful for today, and that's it. Progress checking journaling. I love journaling here. This one is basically about checking in on your progress on different projects that you're working on. So it can be the form of a weekly journaling, a monthly journaling, maybe giving yourself a quick check-in on how you've progressed in the last 6 months. Documenting journaling. So this is the simplest form. You simply write about what happened today or yesterday. Again, I do this sometimes myself because I like to document what happened in my life, and I love reading journal entries I had a few years ago. Reorganize your to-do list. I realized that to have an effective to-do list, you have to have everything within one to-do list. So you can have something written on paper, something on your computer, and something on your iPhone. You should get all your to-do list items into one massive, giant, just central to-do list. So that's what I do. I use the app Todoist. Make sure your schedule can be seen and is only in one place only, just like your to-do list. So again, similar reasons. And personally, I use Google Calendar for everything that I schedule in my life. Make your bed and fold your clothes if you haven't done so already. Again, pretty self-explanatory. Making your bed is one of the things that I do each morning gives me a small win to kickstart my day. Meditate. So instead of escaping from the present moment through scrolling on social media, actually embrace the present moment by sitting down and just focusing on your breath. Sit in boredom and do absolutely nothing. So similar to meditation, but a bit different, I guess. You just sit there and do nothing and realize that, wow, I haven't been so bored for so long. This might sound weird until you read the book Deep Work by Cal Newport, which he goes deep into the benefits of boredom. Check out some new outfits. I do this sometimes. I pull out apps like Pinterest and just look at people's outfit and save them down to give me inspiration in the future. Now, if you're already spending too much time on Pinterest, this may not be a good thing. Again, person to person. But personally, I don't do this too often, so I think it's a nice switch up from just scrolling on Instagram. Do the same, but for haircuts. Again, I like to switch up my haircut once in a while. And yeah, pretty self-explanatory. Finally, just go and make a cup of coffee and truly enjoy the moment and the art of making a cup of coffee. So that's it, 28 things you can do. If you're looking to transform your life over the summer, here is another video that I think you might enjoy.